They beat us like we stole something. An intuitive comment by Mitch Wilfork, the Patriots nose tackle, after the game, a 41-14 thrashing at the hands of the Kansas City Chiefs over the New England Patriots. Wilfork was not a member of the Patriots 10 years ago in 2004, but indeed Coach Belichick did steal something from Andy Reid during Spygate. They stole the game plan for Super Bowl 39, and the Philadelphia Eagles ended up losing by 3 points. So 10 years later, talk about revenge being served cold. Andy Reid and the Chiefs hand Belichick maybe the biggest loss in his career at New England. 41-14, a total domination on both sides of the ball. Husain Abdullah capped it off with a 39-yard interception return for a touchdown, which resulted in what looked like the benching of Tom Brady, performance related. You could say they took him out because the game was over. Why risk him? But why was he in the game at that point? It could be Belichick be sending him a message. If you ask me and others, you might think that it's the offensive line, not the quarterback. The guys getting mauled left and right. They're really decimated up front in New England. However, their defense is a shell of what it used to be, and Alex Smith and the Chiefs took advantage of that. Now, last year's 9-0 start to a lot of people looked fictitious because they were one-sided. They had a great defense and no offense. But this year, the offense has balance. Jaamal Charles had 3 touchdowns, 2 receiving, 1 rushing. Niles Davis, the 1-2 punch, thunder and lightning, if you will. Well, they're both lightning if you ask me. He had over 100 yards rushing. The tight end, Kelsey, a guy who Coach Reid got out of Cincinnati, the same place he found Brent Selleck for the Philadelphia Eagles, who's been a stud for quite a long time now. If it doesn't work, don't fix it. It's the same offense you saw in Philadelphia. Spreading the ball around, eating up the clock, long drives, touchdowns, big victories. Same persona with the end of the first half, having trouble managing the clock. They got lucky, they got a field goal, got off the field 17-0. But hey, you take the good with the bad, because this coach, Andy Reid, prepares his team. Now, another way that the Kansas City Chiefs have taken up the personality of their head coach is in the fact that they started out 0-2 and they were unflappable. They didn't just panic. Now they're 2-2, and you can consider that 4-2 based on the fact that they played the Oakland Raiders twice this year, who fired their head coach already last night, Dennis Allen. But I digress. Look back to 2003. The Eagles lost both of their first 2 games at home. No team in history to that point had made the playoffs when losing their first 2 games at home, starting out 0-2. But the Eagles ended up with home field through the playoffs. The #1 seed hosted the NFC Championship game, only to lose to those Carolina Panthers and Jake Delhomme, of all people, who ended up losing to the Patriots, as it were. But Andy Reid gets his revenge, a 41-14 victory over Bill Belichick, his first victory over that particular coach. He had never beaten him before as the head coach of the Eagles, but now as commander-in-chief, he's got the Chiefs riding high into their game tonight. That's the Kansas City Royals hosting their first playoff game right across the street from Arrowhead Stadium since 1985. So there you have it. The Raiders fire their coach, and Andy Reid leads the Philadelphia Eagles. Jaamal Charles, 3 touchdowns. Kelsey, 93 yards receiving, to a 41-14 victory over the hapless, may I say hapless, New England Patriots.